Let's go now. Let's have a game today, baby. Let's go.
There's something special, man. If you can't feel this, man, you got no feeling after tonight.
Over the course of every NFL season, there are games on the schedule that teams put a little circle around. Games that mean just a little bit more to them. Opponents they want to defeat just a little bit more. Matchups that come at you on nights like tonight. It's time for Thursday Night Football.
Here we go, boys. Let's get this thing going.
There's huge things we're doing out there, and we got to keep building
15,
upon
take
it.
15.
Hey, as we know, one play can change the game, right? One play can be the difference.
3, 2, 1.
It's the Battle of Ohio.
Give me one of this. Right here.
I will win where I fight.
The Browns, backed by all their history, now powered by the future.
Can you believe the Browns?
Cincinnati is just 220 miles away.
Let's go, let's go.
And the team that's proudly been ruling the state of Ohio and isn't going to give up anything easy tonight.
Dalton to throw again.
Boyer
Throwing deep. A.J. Green's got his man beat.
It's caught for a touchdown. Holy Toledo.
Football starts here.
A.J. Green inside the 5-yard line. Is Jordan Cameron.
That is a touchdown.
Jeremy Hill, 60 yards. Inside to Travis Benjamin.
Takes it all the way. Touchdown.
It's Thursday Night Football.
As we drop the curtain on week 10 of the NFL season, we're going to go right down to the field. Tracy Wolfson with Mike Patton, the coach of the Browns.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Coach, coming in, what did you tell your team about the importance of this game tonight?
No more importance on this one than any other than it's a division game. To me, we just want to start with confidence. Start fast like any other road team.
We appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Great, thank you.
Jim?
Tonight's game is being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television. The game may not be more relevant than any other week, but when you talk to the Browns, they are approaching this like this is something special, this showcase tonight.
Well, that's right. They're on a night game. They're the only game being played, and they're excited because it's been so many years since they've been in this situation.
The Browns won the toss and deferred. Cundiff with a touchback. Andre Whitworth is mic'd up tonight. The lineman for the Bengals. Here's what he said to his team a moment ago.
So let me tell you something. Put it in your mind. It ain't a joke and it ain't showtime. What it is time to do is fight. Fight for what we want and what the hell you put all your time in for. Every single week for the rest of the year. Fight for what you want.
He is a tremendous leader. Andrew Whitworth lining up on that left side as the Bengals start here from the 20. Jeremy Hill, their starting running back, with Bernard inactive tonight. And Hill gets the carry and drives ahead for about 6, coming off 154 yards on the ground against Jacksonville and scored a couple of touchdowns. Andy Dalton's numbers are not through the stratosphere. In fact, half the total of touchdown passes he had at this point last year. 8 touchdowns through 8 games on 2nd and 4. That's Hill again, and he squirts ahead for a couple. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up for the Bengals.
The Jim, when you look at the Cincy offense, what makes it go is the fact that they do so many things. When you're on defense, you got to know that they can run the zone read. They got play action, screens, and then they have unique plays that they've shown so far this year. So a lot to get ready for when you play this Bengals offense.
They send A.J. Green out to the right on 3rd and 2, and again it's going to be Hill, 3rd straight carry, and this will pick up the first down. He gains 3. Jeremy Hill, the rookie taken in the 2nd round out of LSU. Some people might have thought, why did they go running back? Round 2, they picked up Bernard last year in the 2nd round. He had a big rookie season, but it's a powerful 1-2 punch. We won't see Bernard tonight.
Yeah, he's a powerful runner. You said it. That's what they wanted. A bigger back who can come out of the backfield and catch passes. That describes Jeremy Hill.
You saw Bernard. He's out with a hip pointer and a clavicle injury. Here's a 1st and 10 pass by Dalton, and he was throwing in the direction of A.J. Green. What about Dalton's season to this point, Phil?
Well, the numbers are not there. There's no doubt about it. And everybody's talking about it. Is he playing as well as he did last year? Because, you know, we judge everything with quarterbacks on their quarterback rating and all the other stuff. But he's playing well. The A.J. Green being out, it hurt him. The offensive line just now starting to come around where they can do everything they want. So, to answer your question, Jim, he's playing well. The numbers really don't show how well he's playing.
Middle 5-8.
There's confusion behind the Bengals here as they finally send Sanu far to the right and A.J. Green in a slot, and that is going to, in fact, bring on a timeout by the Bengals. There was some uncertainty there for them getting set for that 2nd and 10. So a timeout called by Cincinnati, and of course there's Devin Still. I hope you saw the feature on the pregame. The defensive tackle who has his 4-year-old daughter Leah here at the game tonight. Leah, stage 4 pediatric cancer, being treated in Philadelphia. She's here to see her daddy play for the first time in Cincinnati tonight.
Well, we talked to Devin Still, Jim. The one thing he said, he's of course so happy to have her here, but since she's here, it kind of frees his mind up, and he hopes that he doesn't have to think about her tonight except in the stands, and hopefully for him it helps him play better.
Coming out of a Cincinnati timeout, 2nd and 10. Stepping up, Dalton. He's picked off. It is intercepted by Craig Robertson. Stepped right in front to make the interception.
That's why this Browns team is 5-3. They just make plays on the defensive side. Same on the offense. 53 in the middle. Oh, well, what happened is Andy Dalton got fooled. He expected Jermaine Gresham to keep moving, and he stopped because he saw the linebacker in front. Always when you're crossing the field as a receiver, you always go in front of defenders, never stop or go behind them.
So the Browns will take their first snap in the red zone from the 18 with Terrence West starting at running back. And the rookie from Tiffin is doubled up at the 15 after a gain of 3. Dunlap on the tackle. Dalton having just thrown his 7th pick of the season.
Well, it's upsetting. And, you know, we always talk, but that's, you can tell by his body language, talking to Hugh Jackson, that he is upset what the tight end did to him on that play. And Andy Dalton, Jim, you know, not a guy that really shows his emotions during the game like that. So early to make a mistake, that's upsetting.
2nd and 7 from the 15. And again they run it, and this is a good run by West. And they're going to spot him about a foot shy of the first, running behind John Greco.
Well, you talk about this is what they want to do. Kyle Shanahan, the offensive coordinator, of course every team wants to run it, but running the ball well, what it does, of course it helps their play actions, but it helps protect the quarterback against some really good pass rushers that the Bengals have.
3rd and a foot. Might be some issues, communication issues in the helmet as Hoyer's had to run to the sideline the last 2 times to get the word from Shanahan. You saw Shanahan trying to adjust his headset. 3rd and a foot, and look at the broken tackle by West, who bounces off the hit, picks up 4, and sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, it does. Terrence West, you can see, just look at him. He's a big, thick runner. He has power. And what he's learning here in the NFL, he's making decisions quicker. Early in the year, really struggled, made too many moves. You can't do that in the NFL. Now going straight ahead and being more productive.
There are some headset issues. Hoyer again ran over to the bench. Had about a 2-second word with Shanahan. Now 1st and goal. They have not scored a touchdown this offense in the last 3 games in the first half. And West is the man carrying it. Yet again, this time it's down to the 3. 2-yard gain into the arms of Nico Johnson, who starts today in place of Malaluga. Hoyer on the season, 10 touchdown passes, only 4 interceptions. This team's only given the football away 7 times. That's 5th best in the league.
Well, what he's doing really well, Jim, and he's playing the position well, knowing situations, knows what kind of team he has, the defense and everything. And I don't want to say managing it, but really playing the quarterback position well, and that's why they're 5-3.
Flags are down. Ben Tate comes in, takes it across, but we'll wait on the flag. After 4 straight carries by West, he gets a breather. They bring in Tate, and he took it across, and Hoyer is already racing to the sideline with his arms in the air.
New report. Offside. Defense number 20. Jumped in the neutral zone before the snap. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Robertson's interception sets it up, and watch Ben Tate run behind Nick McDonald, the center.
Well, excellent job. John Greco, Nick McDonald just create a hole, and he no chance to make that tackle. They'd like to go side to side with a lot of these plays, but here in his first drive, they went straight ahead, and the offensive line definitely won the battle against the defensive line in that first series.
Took 5 plays for the Browns to cover the 18 yards, all of them on the ground. Cundiff for the extra point, and it's 7-0. The Browns prosper off the Robertson pick. And they take it straight ahead to the end zone with Ben Tate. For the Cincinnati Zoo, chomping away at a pumpkin with the Browns logo on it. But it's the Browns taking a little bite of the action here early. 7-0 Cleveland.
Well, gives them energy. You can tell this crowd, it's pretty loud. Everybody dressed in their orange, and it's tough to win here. Browns using that energy to get a 7-0 lead.
Cundiff all the way to the back of the end zone. A second straight touchback earned by Cundiff. So Dalton will come back out after throwing an interception on their first series. Down 7. A Football Life. Earl Campbell had a punishing running style never before seen. Watch an all new Football Life tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network on the great Earl Campbell. Back for the Bengals, second drive of the game. We'll start it with another run by Hill, and it's a nice piece of running. Straight ahead for 9.
Well, when you watch this interception, Jim, what you're going to see is a quarterback thinking one thing and the tight end thinking another. It is a mistake. Pretty sure by the reaction from everybody on the sideline, it was Gresham who didn't keep going across the field. Cost him 7 points.
Hill, after that first down run, we'll give him 8, was a little gimpy. He went to the sideline. Cedric Pearman is in now at running back, and he gets the handle, and he's got the first down across the 30. But he's just going to miss 1 play. So, you know, you've got a different offensive coordinator here with Hugh Jackson taking over, with Jay Gruden going on to Washington, head coach.
Yep, numbers are down. There's no question. You see them right there. I think there's a little bit of a transition with Hugh Jackson. The fact that A.J. Green was out, and they have played some pretty good defenses also.
On first down, Dalton's pass is juggled for a moment, but caught by Green for about 5. Knocked down by Hayden. He and Hayden go back a long time. A.J. Green and Joe Hayden, back to their college days together in the SEC.
That's right. They faced each other in some big games in the SEC. We asked Joe Hayden about it. He goes, yeah, I played him pretty well. Did get an interception against him once. Ran it back to the 1-yard line for the University of Florida. But this is a big matchup to watch. Joe Hayden will go everywhere with A.J. Green.
2nd and 5 as Hill goes outside. And he's brought down by Robertson, the interception maker from earlier. A.J. Green, first 4 seasons, receiving yardage, Bolden, over 4,600. Larry Fitzgerald, his first 4 years, 4,500 plus. Then you got Calvin Johnson, and now A.J. Green. He's going to be in the top 3. It's a 3rd and 2 coming up. By the way, we're talking about Hayden on green. Hayden had 2 interceptions here last November, including his first pick 6 in the NFL. 3rd and 2, and the Browns defense all over Hill. Sheared is the first one to hit him.
That's right. Sheared from the outside gets there before they can even get to the line of scrimmage. And this Cleveland defense, very aggressive. So is Cincinnati's. When it gets to 3rd down situations, they're going to attack. Hard to run those off-tackle runs.
Bill Taylor was also in that pile after missing time with a knee. Got a flag down.
After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, headbutt, number 88 in the offense. 15-yard penalty, still 4th down.
How about that? This is on the former Brown, Greg Little, who was really talking some smack this week about having been cut by the Browns and then later by the Raiders. And he said somebody's going to have to pay. And guess what, Greg? You get to pay 15 yards against your team right here.
Well, a little pushing and shoving, and then he retaliates with a headbutt. Big 15 yards.
Brings Huber into punt, standing back at the 6. Jim Leonard backpedals to the 20. Stutter step and waits. Sees an opening. And hit from behind at the 31. Did the ball come out? He got hit from behind, and the ball was fumbled and recovered by Cincinnati. Jim Leonard coughs it up.
Jim Leonard is back there for one main reason, to protect the football, to make good catches. It was coming out. And when you make moves, always as a runner or a returner, they're going to catch you from behind, and he was not ready for it.
James Wright was the one who stripped it. Sean Williams recovers. Williams with the recovery. And that's Wright reaching in from behind. The rookie from LSU knocks it out of the hands of Leonard.
It's a cold, windy night down on the field. That football can be slick, especially kicking balls, which cannot be rubbed up like the ones you see the quarterbacks throwing. So got to be extra careful.
3 wideouts for the Bengals. Hill, the lone running back from the 32. Play action. Dalton looking to strike right away to the end zone and in the direction of Sanu. That's screen on the coverage.
Excellent coverage that time. In great position, nowhere to throw the football. And, you know, Buster Screen, he sees a lot of footballs come his way because on the other side is Joe Hayden. Top of the screen, going down, little double move. He's ready. And the football's not thrown to the outside. Screen would have made the interception.
And Sanu, the target's had a big season and picked up a lot of receptions in the absence of A.J. Green.
Sanu gets better every time you watch him in year to year.
2nd and 10, and over the head of Gresham, who had 5 yards on any defender. And the Bluebirds are out already here in Bingo Land.
Well, he's coming across. That's what happened. Andy Dalton changed his release a little. Not an excuse why he threw it high, but he changed it. They were in front of him, a high release, and the football just got away from him.
Dalton at the moment 1 out of 5 with an interception. Marvin Lewis's side faces 3rd and 10.
51, 56.
51, go to 56.
Comes a blitz. Dalton down the field and incomplete. They were going for Greg Little. And it's the first-round pick, Gilbert, who helped break it up.
Well, they switched up. They took Joe Hayden off of A.J. Green. Well, that time, I'm sorry. But good coverage all over Little. Waited to see the throw, then made the break.
They're going to go for it here, Phil, on 4th and 10.
Here's why they're going for it. It's because the wind, they don't like the long field goal try into this. And I think this is a pretty easy decision for Marvin Lewis.
Would have been a 50-yard field goal attempt by Nugent, but a timeout called by Cleveland. Nugent already had walked all the way out to midfield before he was summoned back to the sideline, and Mike Pettin's team takes the timeout before the Cincinnati Bengals can run their 4th and 10 play.
Well, you and I were down on the field before the game, very windy, and just before kickoff, I asked Tracy Wolfson, give me an idea what the wind is doing now, and he says it's going everywhere. It's in circles, so when it's like that, it makes kicking a course difficult, especially when it's around 50 yards.
Those streamers on the goalpost will confuse you because they don't have a lot of action, but the flag on top of the stadium gives you a pretty good idea. Gust up to 37. They send Little wide to the right. Green and Sanu in the slot to the right side. 4th and 10. Gresham Malone receiver lined up on the left side. Dalton stands in there down the field and incomplete. The flag is out. The flag is down at the 20-yard line. Trying to hit Sanu. Screen was the defender.
Looked like a lot of contact as he went down the middle.
It's Jeff Triplett.
Pass interference, defense, number 22. Grab the arm of the receiver. Ball will be placed in the spot of the foul. First down.
There he is. Another little double move by Mohamed Sanu, and it really didn't full screen, but just instinctively these guys now reach out. That's definitely pass interference.
So the Browns fumble on the punt return. Then they have the pass interference call on 4th and 10. 13-yard penalty and a first down and carry by Hill, and very little room to work with. No gain. Billy Wynn on the tackle. It's interesting when you talk to Marvin Lewis, they knew they were going to go running back in that second round, and they were between Hill and Carlos Hyde. That was a pretty close call. They went Hill. Hyde went to the 49ers with the very next pick, the running back from Ohio State. They like Hill's ability to catch it out of the backfield. 2nd and 10 in play action. Dalton to Sanu, and he was open, but the pass wide of the mark.
How about these double moves? 3 times we've seen him from Mohamed Sanu, and that time he had it for a touchdown. Watch the little curl and go. It's going to stop. Good fake and rolls to the outside, and screen goes for it. But the wind, I think, is blowing from the offense's right to left. Andy Dalton threw it soft. The wind got it and took it out of bounds. 12 guys in the huddle for the Bengals.
2 minutes in the huddle. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
We've seen the Bengals already have to call a timeout earlier, but it didn't seem like they were set up correctly, and now they have 12 men in the huddle. They'll make it a 3rd and 15.
Well, they're all looking at each other. They know there's too many in there. And then Mohamed Sanu is going to come running out, but it was too late.
Burkhead is the running back trying to protect his quarterback as Dalton squeezes through an opening, and he's past the line of scrimmage, way past the line of scrimmage.
I thought there would be a flag, Jim. I'm looking for it.
There is a flag.
Okay. Sometimes it's hard to see with all these orange shoes down there.
Illegal forward pass. Number 14 in the offense. Threw the ball beyond the line of scrimmage. It's a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down. 4th down.
Well, that's the key thing. It's also loss of down. So 4th and 20 coming up. You see he's almost 2 yards past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
Yeah, well,
even more.
As you looked at it, you go, wow, he could have run the football there. Why he didn't, he knew it was 3rd and long, so he could have picked up a few yards, but he would not have gotten a first down, so he tried to extend the play by going outside. Nobody got open.
Now it's Mike Nugent's turn after all. 14 out of 20 on the year. This will be a 43-yard attempt. Huber on the hold. Harris to snap it back. 43 yards. with these swirling, menacing winds. Let's see if Nugent can handle it. And the kick. It's good. Nugent delivers 3. (7-3) Cleveland, first quarter. Sunday game day morning has an exclusive interview with Calvin Johnson as he reveals what to expect in his return to the field on Sunday. NFL game day morning, Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network. So they get 3 points off the turnover. The Browns had allowed coming in only 17 points off turnovers. And the Leonard fumble cost him 3. Browns who have run only 5 plays to this point. Get the run back by Marlon Moore, and he's got an opening. And a blocker up in front. Kirkpatrick is there to take him down, but a flag is out. Marlon Moore breaks one. By far his longest return. This one went for 61.
During the return, holding number 53 of the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down, timeout.
It's called on Robertson, who had that interception for the Browns earlier. That'll wipe out the big explosive return. Right here in Cincinnati.
Well, somewhere here, you know, Brian Hoyer's been out there warmed up. It's been about an hour since he's thrown a pass. Hasn't thrown one yet this game. You got to get your quarterback into the flow of the game. Can't wait to third down to let him get that first completion.
The homegrown quarterback who grew up idolizing Bernie Kosar, throwing here on first down, and he's got the completion to Gabriel, and the rookie find out of Abilene Christian breaks away from Adam Jones and takes it for 18.
Well, he looks just like we expected. He's fast. He can catch the ball. Hey, this was a guy that went to a tryout. Wasn't even a high priority free agent. Went to a tryout, really showed his stuff.
Oh, look at this hit. Before Hoyer could even hand it off, Geno Atkins decks him for a loss of about 6.
Good job by Hoyer holding on to the football. Oh, and just what happens, John Greco, it's an outside run, trying so hard to get leverage and get in position, he just opens up the door and lets him run right into the backfield.
They mark it as a 4-yard loss.
How did Hoyer? He must have sensed it. Otherwise, that could have been a fumble.
Yeah, the ball for a moment was moving, but he was able to re-grip it and take the loss. 2nd and 14. West split out wide to the left. Here's Hoyer throwing, and that's knocked down incomplete. Iloka broke it up from Miles Austin.
Really good timing, watching the quarterback, saw the receiver coming in, and it was perfect technique getting to the football. Nice throw by Brian Hoyer. They love these inside or across the middle of the field routes by the wide receivers. Brian Hoyer throws them very well, and yeah, when you break up a pass down this league, it's almost time to celebrate.
Empty backfield for Hoyer on a 3rd and 14, needing to get to the 40 for a first. Underneath they go, and plowing ahead and stopped just short of the first is Miles Austin.
Man, you know, you play the down and distance, but they backed up so much on 3rd and 14. If he just broke one little tackle, he's going to pick up the first down. What's the defense? Everybody just backpedaling. Good job coming up and making the tackles. The more helps, but
Spencer Lanning, the Browns punter. They had a punt blocked here last year, the Browns did, that was returned for a touchdown, and another one was deflected. Tate is the returner, and he's got the fair catch at the 22. Punt measured 38 yards. Atkins' play right there pretty much stopped that drive. There is going to be a presentation between the first and second quarters here, as you see little Leah Still The Bengals are going to be giving a check for over $1 million in Leah's name to the Cincinnati Children's Hospital. There's been, of course, this jersey sale all across the league. Been wonderful to see. The other teams around the league, the Sean Paytons, the Robert Krafts, the Patriot cheerleader, other teams all pitching in as you see the Bengals go with Wright. And the man who forced a fumble earlier in this quarter has got 13 yards carrying the football.
Yeah, you know, it's just what I talked about the first thing on the defensive side. They have a lot of what I call unique plays, the Bengals do. Some unique formations. You just got to be ready for them. Not that that was spectacular, but it's just one of many they might try in the game.
It's the longest play here in the opening quarter for the Bengals. More conventional this time with Hill. And he's wrapped up by Whitner after a couple.
You know, you look at Jeremy Hill, the size, and look, he's a ready NFL runner. Why? He played at LSU. Cam Cameron's the offensive coordinator down there. They run a pro-style running attack, so you're used to all the cuts and reads and how to be a pro runner. You talked about the catching, and the biggest thing of all, Jim, doesn't fumble. Had the second biggest hands of any running back. Of course, that helps securing that football.
2nd and 8 as Pierman slides to the right side to start this play. Flags out, and that is a catch by Hill. Ridden down right away by Robertson after 2. Sheard was putting pressure on the quarterback.
Holding, number 74 of the offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
It's called on Marshall Newhouse, who got the start tonight with Andre Smith out with an ankle injury.
Yep, playing right tackle. Number 74 on the edge. Oh, he gives too much ground. And then Sheard, you're worried about getting beat outside, and they just overpower you, and he gets caught there. But he played a lot in the preseason, Jim. He's the swing tackle if either guy gets hurt. This time it was Smith, so Newhouse is in there tonight at right tackle.
Newhouse signed in the offseason away from the Green Bay Packers. That's now 4 penalties on the Bengals offense. As the ball is late spot, move back to the 28.
Hey, Bruce. Hey, fake 14 punt. Yeah.
Make it in a 2nd and 18. Dalton 1 for 7 at this point. And that was thrown right at the feet of Paul Kruger. He was trying to set up a screen for Mohamed Sanu.
Yep, they're all over it. Defense is up there. Andy Dalton off to a rough start. Overthrow there. We know the interception. And then here's the touchdown that he had. Good shot. If you keep the nose of the football up tonight, if you don't get on top to keep that football level, the wind is going to take it. It did that time, and it blew it right out of bounds.
Missed his last 5 attempts.
I'm out there. I'm coming out there with you, Whit.
And it's a 3rd and 18. We'll take the underneath to Hill. And 4, make it 5 Browns right around them at one point. Browns allow them to pick up 5 and force now a 4th and 13.
Well, this Bengals team, you know, they're one of the better running teams in the NFL. 9th in rushing. You would think going against one of the lowest ranked defensive rush defense that would be what they would hang their hat on, and has not been the case so far.
So Hubert to punt for the 2nd time, and Leonard returns to the field as the returner. And Hubert mishit that one off the side of his foot near the 40. Make it the 41-yard line. Great starting point for Hoyer and the Browns. Just a 25-yard punt. Well, Hoyer grew up in the Cleveland area. His family had season tickets to the old Browns. He was at the last game ever at Municipal Stadium. St. Ignatius High School. He played for the legendary Coach Kyle. Michigan State. On to the Patriots, undrafted, back up to Brady for 3 years. Just a brief stay with the Steelers. Actually got a start week 17 for the Arizona Cardinals. And then on to the Browns as of last year. And he was injured a year ago on the Thursday night football appearance, week 5 against Buffalo. And after he went out, they went 1-10 the rest of the year. Gives it to Terrence West. But how about Hoyer? What a find he was for this team. Mike Lombardi, who was last year's general manager, always had a lot of belief in Hoyer's ability, and Brian Hoyer has proven that to be a very strong signing.
Well, they believed in it. And why? Because when he played up in New England in the preseasons, he played very well. This year, look at the numbers, the starts. He's won games. We said it earlier, playing the position well and making some really big throws, it seems like, in every game to put him on top.
2nd and 8. He's still got it as he throws down the field, and he's got his target. Is Travis Benjamin on the Cincinnati side of the field for 17.
Well, you see what they're doing. A lot of deception, play action, fake reverse. Watch the receiver come across and hook it up. He's reading the safety. If you can run by the safety, go deep. If you can't get by him, hook it up. Good read by Benjamin and good read by Hoyer. Pac-Man Jones, 24 on the coverage. Tough to cover him that long.
Inside a minute to go, first quarter. Here's West. Shakes off a tackle. Adam Jones has him with the second contact. Gain of 4.
You know, you look at this game so far, dominated by the Browns. And yeah, they're up 7-3. But Jim, here's their chance. You know, they fumbled the punt return. They got everything going their way. They got the Bengals offense stopped. And, you know, the game, there's always ebbs and flows. It's flowing the Browns' way, and they got to take advantage of it.
They've got Rodney Smith on the field, active for the first time. Second-year player out of Florida State who was waived by Minnesota earlier this year. Seeing action tonight with Andrew Hawkins sidelined with a thigh and knee injury. 2nd and 6. Look at West right ahead, and he's run rather impressively here in this first quarter. In fact, that's going to bring us to a close of quarter number 1. After a 6-yard run, you're watching Thursday Night Football.
Michael Fisher.
Wonderful, sweet moment here. Outpouring
for more
of
than
love
$1,300,000
Still
to aid in the fight against pediatric cancer.
As the Cincinnati
Thank
Bengals
you, Leah and Devin,
present a
for
check
inspiring all of us.
for over $1.3 million to the Cincinnati Children's Hospital in honor of Leah, who recently had surgery to remove a tumor from her abdomen.
Jim, we had a chance to talk to Devin Still yesterday, and it was, you know, of course, wonderful to talk about his daughter and hope things keep going well. We asked him about his daughter Leah, and she goes, man, she's energetic, she's fun, she's just a loving girl. And
First down for the Browns starting the second quarter. And it's been Tate, and he stopped for no gain. Brandon Thompson on the tackle. That presentation was taking place. Still was actually on the field before he was taken off the field before the snap. Hoyer came over and gave him a hug. Second and 10. Hoyer's got his man, Benjamin, weaving through the secondary and taking it down to the 8-yard line.
I think this is one of the best things this offense does. These play action passes and the throws quick across the middle. We saw Kyle Shanahan run these a lot with Robert Griffin III in Washington, but it was out of the shotgun. And Brian Hoyer told us he loves this because of the rhythm of the fake, getting his feet set and throwing the football like that. And he's been productive and very accurate with these types of plays.
First and goal. That was a 22-yard pickup. Crowell is the running back, and he is down to the 2.
They love these pitches, too, where they pitch the football, and you instinctively think, as a defensive player, oh, it's going to be an outside sweep, but they cut it back inside, and boy, that's nice blocking. Another good block by the tight end, Gary Barnidge. let Crowell cut back and get it to the 2.
Crowell is the running back, rookie from Alabama State. Undrafted. Here he is. And Crowell might be across. And still no signal. They're debating it.
I think live as I watched it, I thought he made it.
Got it too, and there it is. Touchdown, Cleveland.
No doubt, just running straight ahead and reaches out. That football definitely broke the plane. That's a touchdown. And you know why I say that with such confidence, Jim?
Love to know.
Well, Mike Carey's sitting next to me.
next to you, and he gave you thumbs up.
Yeah, he gave me the thumbs up. And if it was wrong, of course, I'll blame you, Mike. But what a drive. That's taking advantage of it. Everything is on your side. Momentum. Your team is enthusiastic. You said it during the opening of the show tonight, Jim. And physically, no comparison right now. The Browns are much more physical than the Bengals on both sides of the ball.
Touchdown has been confirmed upstairs. Extra point is good. What a start for Cleveland. Up 14-3. Crowell's across. And Hoyer and the Browns are fired up here in Cincinnati. Battle of Ohio. These two cities about 220 miles apart.
Well, I heard the pregame show tonight. A lot of people were, I heard Deion Sanders, Bill Cowher. Hey, they want to see Brian Hoyer in person to get another judgment on him. And I'd say so far he has been extremely sharp. Football's been right on the money.
Yeah, ball comes out of his hand with some zip to it, doesn't it?
Yep, it has tonight.
Here's Adam Jones stepping up for the return. And Leonard's in on that tackle at the 20. We got a flag at the end of this.
After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 52 of the kicking team, taunting the sideline of the opposing team. 15 yards added to the end of the play, first down.
Well, Eric Martin cost his team the 15, and the Bengals now get to start this drive at the 36.
Well, you know, I keep looking at it. The Bengals, are they going to challenge Joe Hayden with A.J. Green? You know he's going to be over there singled up almost every play.
Back to Pierman, and there you go. You were asking for it, you got it. It's Green for 12, maybe 11.
Yep, he played off. If you play off against a tall, fast receiver, Joe Hayden says the toughest thing about A.J. Green is the fact that he's tall and fast, but he runs routes like he's a short guy, so he can come out of the cuts quick. Very tough to cover.
Wind's a little bit more favorable going in this direction. As they hand it off to Hill, breaking into the secondary and fumbling, and picked up in the air by Joe Hayden. It may have been Gibson, who leads the league in interceptions, who broke it up. It was to Sean Gibson, forced the takeaway. Hayden recovers. Get an exclusive look as NFL scouts decide which players move on and which are sent home. It's an all-new episode of the original series Undrafted, Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, or catch the special advance premiere tonight after the postgame only on NFL Network. Second giveaway by the Bengals.
Well, Jeremy Hill, you know, it's not warm and cozy like it is down in Louisiana. Cold and crisp. Let the ball get away from him.
First down Fake to West. Hoyer looking long. And he's got a man open. And the ball is incomplete. Benjamin had a hand on it. Reggie Nelson, though, helped jar it out.
Really good job by Reggie Nelson. Maybe the football is underthrown a couple yards. Benjamin tries to go up and attack it and get it to his body where he can hold on. But that was another well-designed play. That's what Cleveland does. They're running it. They stayed out of tough, obvious passing situations.
Here's West on 2nd and 10, and he finds the seam and falls forward for 8. Let's go down to Tracy Wolfson.
Well, thanks, Jim. Just an emotional scene, as you guys saw with the check presentation and Leah Still, and she was extremely emotional, overwhelmed by the situation. She came crying to her grandmother's arms, and her grandmother said to her, just remember, they're all here because they love you. Well, Leah Still said to me she was so excited to be here. The most exciting part, to see her dad play.
Thank you, Tracy. It was an emotional moment for anyone who witnessed that, as that ball bounced off the hands of Gabriel.
Yep, the timing was thrown off. Brian Hoyer had to hold the football and kind of lost his rhythm, and that's what made him throw the football high. And very fortunate, safety in the middle, overthrows almost always intercepted, and it's upsetting to the quarterback.
So a 3 and out for the Browns. Coming off the takeaway, and Lanning. This is Tate at the 19. And that's a 7-yard run back after a 46-yard punt. 14-3 Browns. Tonight's cable cam is being presented by Mazda. Now, the second quarter for the Bengals, and this goes back now, regular season action for a long streak. They have been so dominant in this quarter. As you look at Dalton, 3 of his first 10 for only 22 yards. Pearman is the running back. Across the middle they go. That's Gresham, tight end, and he's got 8.
Well, there you go. You can see Gresham getting excited. Marvin Lewis says he's having his best year, blocking really well for the run. He's a big part of this pass game. And as I look at this Bengals offense, what do they miss? The screen plays to Giovanni Bernard, such a big part.
2nd and 2. It's Pearman, and he's going to lose yardage. Talking about the second quarter for the Bengals. In the last 10 home games, they've outscored the opponents 117-9. But the Browns have already put up 7 here in the second quarter. Last year when they played here in November, Cincinnati put up 31 points in this quarter after being down 13-zip early.
Well, they're trying to run the football, not able to get outside. Second time Sheard has stopped it. Mingle's done a good job. Also Kruger.
5-0.
It's a 3rd and 5. Cleveland blitzing. Dalton's pass knocked down. Well defended. Juan Williams knocked it out of the hands of Sanu.
Williams, a free agent. Little pressure. Football hangs in the air. And Williams, a free agent, playing the slot defender. That is tough to do. And Mike Pedden says that, wow, what a find for them. What a job playing at maybe one of the toughest spots in football, the inside receiver on 3rd down.
Yeah, the rookie out of Pitt. Meanwhile, the rookie first-rounder, Justin Gilbert, who broke up a pass in the first quarter. He is questionable return with a heel injury. And that's a fair catch by Leonard. For a 47-yard punt. Cleveland defense has only allowed 80 total yards by the Bengals. And we've got players mic'd up tonight. Let's listen in.
It don't gotta be close. It don't gotta be close. Oh.
Everybody just chill. I'm a big part of it. I'm gonna relax too, but we're fine. We're in this game. Nobody stress. Nobody push. Nobody do anything. Just be us. That's all
could hear Andy Dalton. Andrew Whitworth was the one mic'd. You could hear the quarterback trying to get things righted for the Bengals' stagnant offense to this point. Browns have it now at the 23. First down. Crowell. And Pecco has him after a gain of 3.
Yeah, they think if they go side to side a little like those pitch outs and the outside zone blocking where the offensive line all works in unison, that they can get some good running plays. Hasn't worked real well, but that time it did.
2nd and 6. Going to go with Crowell again, and he's dragged down from behind by Carlos Dunlap.
That's what they want to do, and that is a really good job. Dunlap, looks like he's holding his wrist, but so fast, 96 on the edge, so athletic, chases down the running back.
I think he got his hand caught, and he's going to get some attention. We'll step aside for a moment. Dunlap appears to be all right. He's getting taped up on the sideline. Next Thursday, by the way, rookie Sammy Watkins and the Bills will be taking on the red-hot Dolphins down in Miami. AFC East clash. Thursday night football. We'll see you next week live on NFL Network.
Well, good situation right here for the Bengals defense. They're noted for their really good creative blitzing on 3rd down. Have not seen it. You want to make a big play, you got to go to the quarterback, get after him, see if you can get a turnover. Looks like they might try.
Saw Marcus Hunt come into that defensive front for the Bengals. Hoyer from the pocket on 3rd and 8, and that ball is caught. Coming back to make the catch is Gabriel with a flag out.
Illegal contact, defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a 1st down.
So Gabriel comes up with the big 3rd down catch. Gabriel, who caught the game winner last week against Tampa.
Good route. Drake Kirkpatrick really never is even close. Hoyer with the win, throws it low and outside. Nice catch by Gabriel. Got those arms around it. Good catch.
Dunlap is back in for the Bengals defense. Just missed one play. Toss. Crowell with room. Oh, was he pushed back? What a hit that was by Terrence Newman.
36-year-old corner in the NFL. I don't think didn't think maybe I'd see that anymore, but Terrence Newman playing well outside, just knows so much, studies the guy he's going to cover, great technique, and still a good tackler.
That play looked like it might go for big yardage. Closed in him on fast as Hoyer guns it down the middle, and he's got his tight end Barnage for a 1st down inside the Cincinnati 40. Gain of 18.
Kind of the same play they ran earlier, except this time it's the tight end that hooks up and they go over the top. Sorry, with the wrong receiver there, but just another version of the play action, fake, reverse. Give them time to throw it down the field.
It's Crowell, and he dives down to about the 33. Give him 5.
Good job going to the outside. This Bengals defense, they're not a defense, Jim, where their defensive linemen try to get up the field and get in the backfield right away. So if they run sideways with you, that's what the Browns want. Make those cutbacks, picking up good yards.
2nd and 5 in the toss, breaking it outside, and somehow low to the ground. Crowell gets near the 1st.
Well, he started out at the University of Georgia. I remember him as a freshman going, wow, this guy is really good. Gets down low, hard to find him. The initial read was not there. That's where young running backs have a hard time here in the NFL. You got to make that read quick, fast. That time he adjusted and picked up good yards.
West comes in for him. 1st down. And it's West's turn to carry it. And he spins away from 2 tacklers before Reggie Nelson Brings it to a finish after 3. Let's go down to Tracy.
Well, thanks, Jim. Cornerback Terrence Newman had to miss a play there. He's now back in, but he had a helmet malfunction. And one other note to keep in mind, Wallace Gilberry, he's dealing with a right shoulder. He's been in and out this drive as well. Jim?
2nd and 7. And Hoyer's pass complete. And that's Benjamin near a first. About a yard shy.
Well, you know, you look at this offense now going in a little bit of a hurry up. All the guys that are out of this game tonight, we know the center. Of course, Josh Gordon still suspended.
3rd and 1, and look at Hoyer sneak for the first.
I think, where did he learn that play?
Well, all those years in New England watching Tom Brady so effectively pick up the first down off the sneaks.
They see it's 3rd and less than a yard. Get up there, call the play quick. That's right, follow. See where the defense is not. They did not crowd the center. Kyle Shanahan had it prepared and ready.
First down, play action. Hoyer, all kinds of time. Back in the end zone, tipped away. Tipped away at the last moment by Adam Jones.
Here's what they're trying to do, Jim. They love these type of passes. He's going to go this way. The running back is going to go out, and he wants to go for the touchdown. But the defense, they've seen enough of these, and a good job by the linebacker, Emmanuel Lemur, staying over there. Takes away, actually, the same type of play we showed in the opening. Got to be ready for the bootlegs. They always don't throw to the side where the quarterback is running to. Kind of unique to this league. The Bengals were ready.
They're going for Benjamin. 2nd and 10. It's Tate. Tate trying to get the edge, and again it's Jones who is in on the play, bumps him out after 5. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Cleveland Browns, already up 14-3 as we approach the 5-minute mark to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, when you're playing well and you're executing plays, it always makes you look like you got more energy, and you know, it just looks better. And if you're at home watching, I can feel it here. There's a crispness, a sharpness to what they're doing on both sides of the ball, and that's why they're leading 14-3.
They've got Crowell back in at running back. A drive that's lasted now over 5 minutes. And Hoyer wants a timeout. This division's just an amazing thing to look at. Everybody above 500. It's the first time since 2008, this late in the season, a division has had every team with a winning record. Not since the 08 NFC South.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Look at Cleveland, 5-3, 1-2 in the division. You see Baltimore off to. I thought Baltimore for a while was playing about as good as anybody in the AFC. But Jim, go back to this as you look at those records. How about Joe Hayden last night? Talked about this game, how big it was to him, because the most games he's won as a Cleveland Brown is 5, and they've already won 5 here at the halfway mark.
Here they got a 3rd and 5. Set up wide receiver screen, and the Bengals are all over it. Gabriel caught it, and will end up taking a loss as Reggie Nelson and others read it.
Well, it's Reggie Nelson gets there quick. He makes the receiver make the adjustment, and Lemur is so fast. Emmanuel Lemur is so fast. Is a great 3rd down defender because he's tall, can cover guys down the field, and react fast.
Billy Cundiff, 32-yard attempt coming up. He's made his last 11. Make it 12. Kick is good. And Cleveland now goes up by 14. That drive took 5 minutes and 56 seconds. Now, we were talking about this division. It's going to be fascinating the second half of the season to see how it all works out. But since 2002, 5 division titles to the Steelers, 4 for the Ravens, 3 for the Bengals. And of course, the Browns have not won a division title in that time. In fact, the Browns haven't won a divisional road game in their last 17 attempts.
Wow.
A lot of folks, too, were going back and looking through the history books. When was the last time these two teams met after November the 1st with both over 500? Last time was 1973.
Wow. Well, I think you understand why we were not overstating early. As you read that why the Browns were so excited to play in this national game, and the fact that it means so much to the division and be part of this late in the year.
They certainly have been as ready as you suspect, as we both suspected they were. And Cundiff able to get another touchback. Yeah, the last time the Browns won a division game on the road was right here at Cincinnati, September of 2008. You saw Braylon Edwards, Jamal Lewis from a yard out. Ryan Fitzpatrick was the Bengals quarterback that day, and the Browns won it 20-12. Been 17 division road games since.
Well,
without a win.
The middle linebacker Carlos Dansby said last night to us, we had great energy first thing Monday morning getting ready for this game, and it shows.
Inside 4 minutes to go, first half, and Dalton throws that over the head of Green with a flag down in the offensive backfield.
Holding, number 74 in the offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Yeah, it's Marshall Newhouse subbing for Andre Smith. Here he is, the right tackle. Got their right hand, I guess, outside the shoulder. Took him down.
Phil, what's going on with this Cincinnati offense to this point?
Well, you know, everything. First off, this Browns defense, they know what they're doing, and as the year has gone along, it's a new defense, of course. Mike Pettin over there, but they're playing faster. They know this defense well, and they are on top of every play. So far, the Bengals are running.
1st and 20, backed up to the 10. There's a tough pass with two Browns right in the area trying to hit Burkhead. Chris Kirksey was around the receiver.
Well, they got a lot of good cover guys in this Brown defense. You know, we talked about the Bengals, but so do the Browns. You know, they're having trouble giving Andy Dalton enough time to really and to throw the football, and it's making him uncomfortable. When you're uncomfortable as a quarterback, it makes decision making even more difficult.
They're going to run it. They pick up about 4. That's it. Burkhead, the ball carrier. So far, A.J. Green, 2 catches for 16 yards, and Mohamed Sanu has been shut out.
Well, what you got to do, you talk about A.J. Green. There's so many ways, Jim, to get the football to receivers in this game. Motion, stack them, bunch them, and you got to give your best player, A.J. Green, more chances and more looks to beat Joe Hayden outside.
3rd and 15. Green at the top. Here's Dalton dumping it off Burkhead, nowhere near the first, though. As the Browns defense takes him off the field in a hurry again.
I'd say the learning curve for the Browns defense, it looks like it's over.
Boy, listen to this home crowd.
Yep, and this offense now of the Bengals all year long. I saw it in their opening game against the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of screens, you know, a lot of deception. Not seeing that now, and they're having trouble throwing the football down the field if somebody's open.
Cincinnati's missed on its last 5 third down attempts. That's Leonard backpedaling inside the 20, waiting, and now falling at the 21. It's a 60-yard punt.
Well, Jim, let's look at this matchup between Joe Hayden and A.J. Green. Little short pass to the outside. You got to give that one up. How about that double move just all over Joe Hayden is. Good quick move inside helped A.J. Green. But I know this, Joe Hayden is like, you know, we get to talk to him, and I find it always interesting. The good corners in the league, of course, they're good, so it helps to give them a little swagger, but they're so confident, and you can't shake it. If they give up a couple passes, like Darrelle Revis, you know, Sherman out in Seattle, Joe Hayden, it doesn't affect them. They just keep coming at you.
On first down, it's Crowell. And he's got about 5. Coming up, the Lexus halftime report. JB, Coach Cowher, and Dion. The highlights and analysis of the first half. Now, they've just come off a 6-minute drive, the Browns, that led to a field goal. They've got 2:14 to go in the first half. Timeouts called by Cincinnati. And remember, if the Browns are able to do anything here and keep the ball to the end of the half, maybe produce points, they also had deferred at the top, and they'll get the football at the start of the third.
Now, how about the Bengals, though? Going to play it that way. Saving 14 seconds, using that timeout now, maybe hoping to change the play call of the Cleveland Browns.
Leaves the Bengals with 1 timeout.
Well, Marvin Lewis understands the urgency, trying to give his team some life and maybe give his offense one more chance before halftime to get something done, to give them some confidence. I would expect Cleveland here to run the football.
2nd and 5. Up top instead, and that's good for the first down. That's Miles Austin for 6.
Of course, I was wrong, but I thought they might run it to get it to 2-minute warning and, you know, play both sides, the clock, the timeouts.
And now Cleveland's going to let the clock run down to the 2-minute warning. The Browns now have 1 timeout to work with and a first down coming up out of the 2-minute warning. To this point, Cleveland double the yardage. And no second quarter magic by the Bengals tonight, who have been outscored in this quarter 10-0. That's 10 points. That's more than the Bengals had allowed in the second quarter at home in their last 10 home games, as the handoff goes to Tate for 7.
Man, just overpowering the Bengals up front. Geno Atkins, oh, he's back in the game.
2nd and 3, as you saw Reggie Nelson trying to sneak up, anticipating a quick snap. Here comes Nelson. Hoyer gets it away, and Austin tiptoes on the sideline for another first down.
You know, it's a short throw, but it was still a really impressive throw. It's tight coverage, going to throw it just outside where only his guy can catch it, and Miles Austin, strong hands, makes the catch.
Minute 31 to go in the half.
Baltimore! You know, the wind, we've seen it affect Andy Dalton, not affecting Brian Hoyer throwing the football.
They fake to Tate. Hoyer, all kinds of time, could run with it too. And it closes down on him. Lemur is there to cut off the angle. Just a 3-yard scramble for Hoyer, who's missed on only four throws here in the first half.
Yeah, he's been very sharp. The play calling, really. Hey, when you run the ball like that, the Cincinnati defense is never in the situations they want. Andy Dalton, nobody getting open. When they have, he's not been sharp with the football. And I look at this down. If you're the Bengals, you got to say, you got to be happy you're only down 14-3, because they've been dominated the whole first half.
2nd and 7, and Hoyer's pass bouncing off the hands of Barnidge. Nelson was in the area. Vincent Ray was there as well.
Yeah, you got good protection. Don't take a chance, and this is a chance right over the middle of the football. By the time he finds it, you can see the coverage. Nelson closes. Another tip ball that goes up that he gets away with.
Got a 3rd down coming up with 1 minute and 16 seconds.
Of course, I said 14-3. I meant 17-3 is the score here.
Good.
3rd and 7, and Hoyer's pass is incomplete. Barnidge was the target.
Well, I just expected this maybe a little more. Here comes the blitz, and then you're going to see the other defensive back, Nelson, I think it is, comes in behind it. And it's so fast that he has to get rid of the football right before he's ready, and that's why it's off target. So that's what the Bengals defense is famous for, that blitz inside. I guess the injuries, well, I know the injuries have made this defense a little more simpler.
Lanning with pressure. Got it away. Tate comes up to the 21. And is out of bounds at the 24. Just a 32-yard punt. The Bengals have a minute and change to work with, plus a timeout. At the Jungle here at Paul Brown Stadium. Last 14 home games, 13 wins and a tie. That's regular season action.
Right.
San Diego came in here. We were here to call it a wild card weekend, and the Chargers ended the Bengals season in the playoffs last year here.
Well, the big thing was the takeaway points. So that tells you their defense has been a big product of this offense and the scoring that the Bengals have had here at home.
First down. Pressure. Kruger's in there to force the throw. Wide of the mark.
Well, Paul Kruger, boy, just a high-effort guy outside. Has done a good job stopping the outside runs. 99. Never stopped work. Oh, just a little change-up on Newhouse. A little fake, a little skip. Gets by him, and Andy Dalton once again has to throw it away.
Kruger, who has 4 sacks over the last 2 games. 6 on the season. 2nd and 10. And Dalton on the run, and that's out of bounds in the area of Green, incomplete.
Well, you can boo, and they're booing the offense, and of course they're booing the quarterback. I don't see anybody open. There's A.J. Green going down the field. He's got help deep. So there's just nowhere to go. That time I looked over the field and everybody was covered. A.J. Green basically was double covered.
Gonna run it, Burkhead, and that's a good piece of tackling by Dansby. And now let's see if the Browns call a timeout.
Well, you're right, that was Dansby able to bring him down there. And he's the guy that told us last night, morale, this team is so high in the energy. Well, he plays every down, Carlos Dansby. The leader, absolutely one of the leaders, him and Dante Whitner on the defensive side. Veterans, of course, it helps when you're such a good player that all the other guys look up to you and you lead them the right way.
You surprised the Browns didn't take a timeout here?
Yes, I would have called the timeout, kept the time. Of course, after that punt, it didn't mean anything.
All the way to the end zone. 69 yards by Huber. It's the end of the first half. And Dalton, as Hoyer goes 10 out of 16 for 119 on the Dalton side, a career low first half completion percentage of 31%. And let's get the word, Tracy, with Marvin Lewis.
Thanks a lot, Coach. 5 of 15, 38 yards passing. Why has it been such a struggle for Andy Dalton?
Well, we've missed some throws, but we got to, main thing is we can't have the turnovers. We got to play with better poise, not have the turnovers.
Is the wind affecting anything?
I think the wind's a little bit, but we got to do a better job.
Thanks a lot. Jim?
That's the end of the first half with the score. Cleveland 17, Cincinnati 3. We're going to be back with the Lexus halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching Thursday Night Football. Dalton, he's picked off. Takes it across. Tate with a touchdown. Crowell with a touchdown. Dominant performance in the first half by the defense of the Browns, leading at 17-3. They'll be receiving the second half kickoff. Cleveland will. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms back here. Tracy Wolfson on the sidelines. What are you looking for in the second half for Cincinnati to turn fortunes around for them if they're going to?
Well, a couple things. I thought we were in Cleveland because the Cleveland Browns had all the energy.
Yeah.
You'd think they were at home. But on offense for the Bengals, I think they got to help the right tackle out, Marshall Newhouse. Put a tight end there, help him get a double team on whoever's rushing against him. That's one big thing. And on the defensive side, they've got to crowd the line of scrimmage more to take away Cleveland's running game.
Well, the passing game for Cincinnati has been abysmal. 38 passing yards as Dalton's 5 out of 16 in that first half and intercepted once.
Well, pass protection, but you got to get open before Dalton can hit him. He did miss one for the touchdown, but you know, look, in this league, so many ways to change things, formations, movement. They got to help A.J. Green and Mohamed Sanu out.
Well, it was the biggest halftime lead for the Browns at Cincinnati since back in 1994 with the old Browns. And the gusty winds blow that one off the tee for Mike Nugent. Look at these stiff breezes. Temperature in the low 40s here at Paul Brown Stadium, and Nugent ready to get the second half started. Marlon Moore's the return man, and he's just going to watch that one sail through the back of the end zone. Let's go down to Tracy.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. I had a chance to speak with Mike Pettin coming out of the locker room. I asked him about that defensive performance in the first half, and he said to me, we got our hands on the receivers, we rushed the passer well, and he said it's really nothing magical. He said it's a short week, we just executed, now we have to finish. And guys, it's windy, it's cold, and now it started to rain a little bit.
Oh my God. Well, Tracy, we're sorry. I don't know what to say. And we went down the field before the game, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was. So conditions just got tougher.
West on the toss to start the third quarter. Iloka there to grab him by the shoulder and bring him down for no gain.
Well, Jim, let's look at what the Browns like to do. Here's the fake play action, fake reverse. Let's throw it to the wide receiver down the field. Wide open. So they like that action, so they do the same thing, different formation, different look, and this time the primary receiver is the tight end over the middle. So really well designed, well executed by the Browns offense.
2nd and 10. Browns throwing here, and pass thrown in the direction of Jim Dre, and we've seen Barnage catch one tonight, but again, this is a team without Jordan Cameron. Still out because of the effects of a concussion. They hope to have him back for their game a week from Sunday when the Browns will host Houston. Just to think, this team in 2 weeks' time will have Jordan Cameron back, Josh Gordon back,
and Andrew Hawkins not out there tonight.
That's right.
Big third down with a blitz to try to make something happen.
Third and 10. Hoyer going to get a short gain, only 4. That's Tate with the reception.
That was a good job that time by Paul Gunther, the defensive coordinator. Faked the blitz, and he ended up doubling the inside receivers. They were going to force Hoyer to go down the field and outside. That was a good job throwing it short to Tate.
So Adam Jones is back to return a punt for the first time tonight. He's #1 in the league, punt return average. And he's returned 90 punts without a fair catch. Here he is. The landing punt comes to him at the 23. Adam Jones. The Browns have him covered up. First one down there to get him was Craig Robertson. After a 52-yard punt, Tank Carter helped finish him off. Spanning the Ohio River between Cincinnati and Covington, Kentucky, completed all the way back in 1867. Let's see what the Bengals offense looks like now in the second half. After a dismal showing through 2 quarters. They're going to run it with Hill. He's able to pick up 7 before they took the field. Here's Andrew Whitworth mic'd up for the Bengals.
A lot of football left. Let's go. Let's go get points right here. Put it in your mind. We're going to get points right here. Let's go.
On 2nd and 3, that's Sanu with his first catch of the game, and it's near a first. Going to mark him short.
Well, Jim, that first play, they came out with an unbalanced line, and they had Andrew Whitworth, the left tackle, split out wide, just trying to change things up. 5 first downs, 5 completions. Boy, 5's a magic number, and all of them bad.
5 punts, 5 penalties. 3rd and 1. Dalton on the sneak is stopped short by that Browns defensive front.
Boy, they flew in there, and you know they're ready for it. Andy Dalton, don't forget, ran that quarterback sneak against the Ravens to win the game. But they know the situation, the Browns defense. Inside, they got the defense on to stop the quarterback sneak. And man, Carlos Dansby going to get behind and push. Can't see who that is.
I think it's Phil Taylor.
Yeah. Well, good luck in pushing him around. Looks like it's short. That's a big deal. Phil Taylor back in that defensive line here tonight.
Question.
He's big, good against the run, gets in the backfield, and if you give him situations one-on-one, pretty good pass rusher.
Inches shy, 4th and inches. Now they really mix things up, and
I think they're going to go for it.
Yep.
You know, 17-3, the defense got the stop. That's what you want. You're trying to change things around, and I think I would go for it too, Jim. If I was coaching, these are hard, tough decisions. Marvin Lewis, I'm sure he read the riot act of these guys at halftime. I think you better be ready for something besides a quarterback sneak. Andy Dalton still on the sideline. Of course, the biggest thing is, Jim, on the defensive side, be ready for the snap count to try to draw you off sides.
Ryan Hewitt lines up at fullback, 4th and inches. Here's the give. Hill up and over for the first down.
No wasted time. That's a good play call. It's nice to have a running back. They're playing inside run. Pretty good push up front. And Hill just goes over the top. You know, you don't see that play too much anymore, do you? The jump over the pile on the goal line.
The old Marcus Allen.
Yeah.
Sam the Bam Cunningham.
Marcus Allen might have been the greatest ever doing it.
First down, Bengals from the gun. Dalton down the field, and in and out of the hands. Should have been picked by Gibson, the ball-hawking safety who leads the league in interceptions. Could not have had one
in the
better
middle.
Opportunity.
You're right. This gets away from him again. Way overthrown. We talked about in the first half, the guys at halftime, they can see it being, oh, look at Gibson's eyes. They're looking up. He's trying to see where he's going to run with the football before he catches it.
Gibson with the 6 picks on the season, tops in the league, 9 interceptions in his last 11 games. Should have had that one. 2nd and 10. Dalton in trouble and going down. Hit by Desmond Bryant first.
Well, you get the stop. You go for it on 4th. You get it there. And you have an open receiver and you miss it. And who do they beat once again? Bryant beats
the right tackle.
The right tackle, but I'm not going to give it all to him. The right guard, Kevin Zeitler, should have been there a little quicker to help him out.
Desmond Bryant, who was signed a year ago as a free agent by way of Oakland. And a loss of 5. And now the Bengals have 3rd and 15.
Well, now they chip that guy over.
And it's another sack by Bryant. Back-to-back plays.
Well, they're going to chip. Here you go. They're going to knock this. But Bryant, 92, gets around and gets the sack. And they leave the center one-on-one. And that is the toughest job for a pass blocker on the offensive line. Somebody straight in front of you, the quarterback behind. Bodine couldn't get it done.
The Bengals now 1 out of 10 on 3rd down. As That punt bounces out near the 37. Desmond Bryant had 1 sack on the season. Coming in, he gets 2 sacks in 2 plays. Nothing's going right for Marvin Lewis and the Cincinnati Bengals as he's taken down by his own player, Drake Kirkpatrick, during the punt coverage.
Now he gets up, he's ready to go. He wants action. I don't blame him. He is mad. That is 12 feet from the sideline when he got hit where he went down. So what are you doing 12 feet off the field?
Here's West. Ball carrier for 3. West now with 11 carries tonight for 38 yards. With NFL Now, remember the heart-pounding wins or the gut-wrenching losses of your favorite team. For a limited time, watch a free trial of NFL Films Team Yearbook by visiting NFL.com/now or on your connected TV device. 2nd and 7, they bring in Crowell as they've rotated the 3 backs. The story all season. And Crowell is tackled by Nico Johnson. Johnson just 3 weeks ago signed off the Kansas City practice squad, and tonight starting at linebacker. This is a team, though, that's without Perfect and Maualuga in that linebacking core, and the Browns pick up the first down with Miles Austin. How big a difference is this Cincinnati defense missing those 2 parts?
So it's everything. They're so vanilla. They don't blitz like they used to. Using those linebackers hurts them against the run. And of course, Geno Atkins inside not being 100%, still very good against the run, but they miss his pressure on the passer.
4th catch by Austin for 40 yards and first down carry. Crowell for 5.
But those inside throws again, the play actions, looking for things, plays like that. Of course, it's so much easier. 3rd down, they should have been ready for it. They were not expecting run. But Miles Austin, really good timing on that last 3rd down throw by Brian Hoyer. You got to stay aggressive, even though you're up 17-3.
Hey, one man! One man!
Got a 2nd and 5 from the Cincinnati 36. Crowell bouncing around, then he's hit near the first down.
Boy, what a cut. That was nice. The linebacker's right in front of him. Geno Atkins the move outside is so quick that Geno Atkins can't make the play. Boom, bounces it out.
It's 3rd and 1.
Crowell is playing all the running backs and the offensive line so far. Outstanding.
Crowell 11 for 41 and a touchdown.
I think Cleveland wants a measurement here.
I think Cleveland got to the line. I think maybe even thought they had the first down, and they looked up and saw it was 3rd and a foot. And now they're moving the chain. It was good for a first. They hadn't changed it on the sideline. They had it 3rd and a foot over there, the chain gang.
Yeah, and I think up top they were told, Kyle Shanahan, offensive coordinator, hey, it's a first down. So they had a first down call in there with a 3rd down marker.
I got to tell you, I would challenge this. I thought Crowell might have been stopped about a foot short, and we do have a challenge flag out by the Bengals. Coming out of a challenge here, the Bengals challenging the mark that they said on the field was good enough for a first down.
After review, the ruling on the field is reversed. The runner is down by contact short of the 31-yard line by about a half a yard.
Mike Carey, our rules expert, is in the booth, and see it pretty clearly here, Mike.
Yes, this was a good use of replay because the ball was dead the second his elbow hits the ground, and it's a clear shot that is short of the line of the game, right in the middle of the 2 hash marks.
So needs about a half yard for the first. 3rd and a foot. Less than a half yard. Let's see. Hoyer has already picked up 1 first down on a sneak.
I don't like his chances on the sneak right here.
It's got Crowell behind him. Oh, and a flinch on the right side by Greco. Going to cost him 5.
False start. Number 77 in the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Well, it's pretty tough for Greco because they stay, you just keep them in the stance so long. You're waiting for that snap count. You can see guys inside of you, outside. And Brian Hoyer looking to the sideline. I think they might have had the quarterback sneak called. And he says, I don't like it. Looking for another play.
Now he goes to the gun with Tate flanking him. 3rd and 5. We're past the halfway point of the third quarter. Here comes a big-time blitz. Down the middle, and a flag is out. Gabriel was the receiver, Iloka the defender, and probably the culprit.
Prior to the pass, holding number 43 of the defense. The 5-yard penalty results in an automatic first down.
Well, they came with the blitz all out. Nobody back there to help. Iloka gets picked really by his own guy, and that makes him hit Gabriel. You know, Gabriel, we talked about it, Abilene Christian, free agent tryout at a tryout camp.
Yeah, he tried out in May, and second day of the tryout, he tweaked a hamstring, and he went in and told Mike Betton, he said, please don't cut me. I'm telling you, I can help this team. He signed him, brought him to camp, and he made the squad. Here is Crowell, and that's Iloka. Ball came out at the end of that. Iloka tackled him. Nico Johnson recovers it. And let's see the ruling on the field. They're saying Cincinnati football. Oh boy. Of course, all turnovers are reviewed automatically. Ruling on the field was a Cincinnati recovery of a Cleveland fumble, but was it a fumble? Here's Jeff Triplett.
After review, the ruling on the field is reversed. The runner is down by contact at the 31-yard line. It'll be second down and 10.
Mike, you had a chance to look at this. How did they miss this one live?
Well, this one live is easy to miss. The focus for the official is on the knee, and it stays up. And as it reverses around, the backside hits, easy to miss. And then we get a good shot at replay to bring it back where it should be.
Of course, once his backside hits, that's
down by contact.
Absolutely. So Crowell is spared the lost fumble, and the Browns get the football back, 2nd and 10.
Yeah. And you know what he needs, Jim? He needs to go over there and somebody says, why are you holding the football so wide and away from you when you're running in the middle of the field? Of course, there's Wilbur Montgomery, running back coach with the glasses on. Great running back with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Also from Abilene Christian. What a choppy drive this has been with a couple of reversals. Hoyer fakes the wide receiver. Screen goes down the field. And it is caught at the 3-yard line by Barnage, the tight end. Gain of 28.
Beautiful throw. Good route. Barnage going on the outside the seam. They got them both going deep. Miles Austin, the safety that time. Iloka does not get over there quick enough. And Brian Hoyer just knifed it right through the wind.
And they hurry to the line. Hoyer turns around to Tate, who scored the game's first touchdown. Make sure he has signal straight. Here's Tate running toward the end zone and stopped just shy, although the Browns think he's across. They're going to rule him down outside.
Boy, the big pass plays, just like that last one by the Browns, puts them in position. They go quick. Another cutback, which they've done very well here tonight.
2nd and goal. And Hoyer keeps it. One defender goes over the top. He might be across. The first 2 Cleveland touchdowns. We had to wait for the call, one because of a penalty and one because they weren't sure if the plane had been broken.
I don't think he made it, Jim.
Well, they're going to roll him way outside.
Yeah, that was Reggie Nelson.
Well, Reggie Nelson pulling a little Troy Polamalu up and over.
Absolutely. Him and George Iloka single-handedly trying to keep the Bengals in this game with the plays they're making on the defensive side.
3rd and goal, and Hoyer.
Oh, you know, so
it's called a timeout.
Yeah, timeout. Boy, that football is loose, and that happens a lot on quarterback sneaks. As the quarterbacks try to go too quick, you've got to secure the snap. Then a little pause gives you more power to go for that half a yard or foot or whatever you're looking for. When you go fast, you lose your power and you lose control of the football sometimes.
He comes over to have a word with the coordinator, Kyle Shanahan. We remind you that next Thursday, we're going to be down in South Florida, Buffalo. Of the Bills, another surprise story, as are the Dolphins, who are on a roll. We'll have Buffalo and Miami next Thursday night on NFL Network. And look at them, both 5-3.
I'll tell you, both of them hot, both playing well. Their defenses can make plays. They can sack the quarterback. The Miami Dolphins, they can sack the quarterback, and Brent Grimes, the corner, having an excellent year.
West is the tailback on 3rd and goal. They give it to West, and West is, oh, he fumbled it, trying to go over the top, back in the end zone, and Cincinnati recovers. However, let's check and see if he broke the plane first. Plus a flag. Gathers has the recovery for Cincinnati.
Offside. Defense. Left tackle. The penalty is declined as the result of the play is a touchdown.
So he broke the plane. Terrence West. And now all 3 running backs for the Browns tonight have found the end zone.
There you go. Does look like he gets over. Watch him reach out. It happens quick, but he definitely broke the plane for the touchdown.
Mike Carey, let's bring you in right away. How did you see this one?
Yeah, I see, in my opinion, he has complete control when he breaks the plane. Then the ball flips out. Good call on the field.
Timeout as they try to confirm it up top. Waiting for confirmation on the touchdown ruled on the field. West flying over, appears to break the plane before the ball comes out.
The review of the ruling on the field is confirmed. The runner had the ball, extended it across the goal line. It is a touchdown.
And the Cleveland Browns are an extra point away from being up 21.
There's Terrence West. Yeah, we were impressed. Good job of getting high enough to get over the top for that touchdown.
His coach told us he's a big guy, but he has explosive ability. And we saw a little bit of that on the launch. His 3rd touchdown of his rookie season.
Yep, he does. He's got that. You know, listen, I think they think he has Pro Bowl ability. That's what they think of Terrence West. He needs time. Don't forget, played in a small college. And sometimes when you come from a small college as a running back, you dominate so much. Well, that style usually doesn't work in this league.
You know, that drive took 5.5 minutes off the clock, but it took 20 minutes of real time because of all the replays and reversals. And look at the way they're running the football tonight. Getting all 3 of the backs into the act, especially Crowell and West, each with 12 carries.
Well, running the football, what it's done, it's really made it easy for this Browns offense. They're controlling the tempo. They're controlling the situations. They're really throwing the football when they want. And we're seeing all those passes over the middle they're getting because of their running game. And Brian Hoyer, you know, just keep going down the list. His protection overall has been outstanding.
Jones. Still not down. Out to the 29. In honor of Veterans Day, for every point scored during the NFL's 32 salute to service games, the league will donate $100 to each of its nonprofit partners. The Pat Tillman Foundation, USO, and Wounded Warrior Project. To join the salute and learn more, visit NFL.com/salute. By the way, this would have been the great Pat Tillman's birthday today. He would have been 38. 1st and 10, batted down by Kruger.
Well, that was pretty easy for Paul Kruger. He read the quarterback. That's what he did. Watch him. He sees Andy Dalton load up quick and times it perfectly, and Paul Kruger is having a night.
Kruger having a big season.
You know, obvious passing situations, you got to worry about the right tackle, Marshall Newhouse.
2nd and 10. And this play, the flag's out everywhere. They let it go as Billy Wynn rides down Dalton all the way back at the 12. I thought they were going to whistle the play dead.
I think they did. Everybody just didn't hear the whistle, Jim.
Neutral zone infraction. Defensive end. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
I did see a couple of officials trying to stop this. Watch if you do see it. They let the play roll out. The back judge. So the penalty against Sheard. 5 yards for the Bengals. Positive yardage. Been so hard to come by from the get-go. 2nd and 5, and Dalton with a couple of Browns right in the area trying to find Sanu.
Well, Sanu wasn't triple covered, but he did have 3 guys around him. Watch him as he goes down the field. The route is to throw across the field where you have one-on-one with Gresham, but really Andy Dalton very fortunate that football was not intercepted.
And they've now missed on, as they face a 3rd down, they've missed on their last 8 third down attempts, and they're 1 for 10 on the night.
Okie right, Okie right, Okie right.
Okie right.
There you go. Orlando, up.
Got a 1st down. He finds Gresham near the 50.
Well, he took a tough shot to the leg. But the Browns are not going to blitz. They got a 21-3 lead. They're going to play coverage, and they're getting to the quarterback. Nice little stutter move by Jermaine Gresham.
He's hit by Jim Leonard right on the kneecap. And he limps to the sideline. Much needed 1st down for Cincinnati. As Dalton almost has another completion. That was A.J. Green. Across the middle. Hayden broke it up.
Yep, he was there. You could see that he was all over A.J. Green outside. I keep thinking they need to go to him more. They got him in the slot. Well, the distraction, he doesn't hit the ball, but the distraction of coming in front, that right hand did not turn him, so that's why it's no penalty. And the Browns talked about contesting and being physical once the ball was in the air, going for the ball. They've done that here tonight.
2nd and 10, and another knockdown at the line of scrimmage by the Browns. This time it was Phil Taylor.
And if it's not knocked down, Jim, there's nowhere to throw it. He's trying to go to A.J. Green again. Boy, Phil Taylor coming back. He has been a influence in this game. But look outside. You tell me. Nice hit at the line of scrimmage. Football, if it had been in the air, they'd have both fought for it to see who catches it. Good coverage once again by Joe Hayden.
Gresham's back in. After missing a couple of plays, he's at the top of the screen, 3rd and 10. Here's Dalton. And that's a drop. Green should have had that other one too. And this A second drop by Green in a 3-play sequence. And he, along with Sanu tonight, only 3 receptions for a total of 18 yards. You're talking about game breakers on the outside.
No confidence. That time it's knocked away. That's what happened. That was Dante Whitner. Joe Hayden said this is the biggest game I've played in since I've been with the Browns. This Browns defense is playing like it.
Most people say the first game that the Browns have had that has this much relevance this late in the season since that 07 season. And that is well covered up. That's Drake Kirkpatrick, who ran into his coach on the previous punt coverage opportunity. Keeps it in the field of play for Huber. 49-yard punt, and that backs up the Browns to the 3-yard line.
Well, you know, listen, this is a big play. Good play by Drake Kirkpatrick. Why is it so big? Because they got him backed up. You can stop them, get good field position, and if you get that one score, we know how games change fast in this league. What's this offense has got to go, the Bengals offense has got to go on the sideline and have a talk with themselves. Look at these numbers, 7 of 24 for 55 yards. Andy Dalton has been solid all year long. Nobody getting open, can't protect.
This is West, who scored the touchdown on the last drive, and he's got a gain of about 8. Again, this game tonight, launching week 10, which will continue Sunday in the 1 o'clock Eastern time window with this slate of games on CBS and Fox. Check your local listings for the game in your area. One of the games includes the Cowboys playing the 3rd NFL game of the regular season over at Wembley, taking on Jacksonville. West came out. Tate comes in, gets the handle, 2nd and 3, pushed back by Hunt.
I think the Browns, when I watch this game tonight, of course, their energy, Jim, they told us Monday, man, they were fired up. They were glad they were playing on Thursday night. They prepared all week like it. We saw it last night, and they brought it to the field and had been tremendous just physically winning this game. But it's also the energy they've shown and enthusiasm getting it done.
Trying to get out of this position from the 11 on 3rd and 2. As Hoyer's going to dump it off to Tate. All kinds of room past the 20 and 30.
What a play. Little short pass.
And a flag comes out as he and Adam Jones were talking to one another out of bounds after a 23-yard gain.
It was tight coverage. Hoyer's looking to his right. And why I said what a play, Jim, when you see tight coverage to your right, that usually means it's going to be tight on the backside with the running back, but the defense, nobody there to cover it.
Personal foul, face mask, number 44 of the offense. 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
Watch what happened here. They dump it off, pick up 23 on the back end of this. Tate carries it with his left hand.
He reaches out, grabs the face mask, holds it. Good call.
It's a 1st and 10 back at the 19 as West carries on 1st down for 4. That gives West 50 yards on the night, including a touchdown. Let's go to Tracy.
Well, thanks, Jim. Geno Atkins has not been in the game the last 2 drives. It's that right knee he injured in the first half, the same knee that he had the ACL injury on last year. In his place, Devin Still.
There he is.
Sorry about that.
He's lined up right over Antonio, and it's his West chugging along out to about the 37.
Wow.
And he's getting stronger as the game goes on, Phil.
Yeah, right up the middle. Yeah, you know, of course, they're doing so well inside. How about the block by Nick McDonald and John Greco? They double team and just gives a nice opening to West. But we talked about this at halftime. You want to stop the running game, you got to bring the extra guy up. When they're both back to safeties, they're having to wait.
14-yard rush by West. Run for 29 yards in the quarter. Hoyer throwing in the direction of Gabriel. Incomplete.
You know, if you're the Bengals defense, I know you have injuries and you want to keep it simple, but it's time to take some chances. You know, you're 3 scores down. Force them to throw the football. And you do that by defensive looks where there's no open lanes. If you force them to throw it, you have a chance to make a play.
And much like the entire first half, Cleveland owning the third quarter. You saw Geno Atkins back in for the Bengals. 2nd and 10. It's Tate. Nice cutback. Tate within a yard of the first.
Well, you know, even then, it's 2nd down. The team is leading. Look at the safeties, how deep they are. So the Browns, they want to run it. You present them a defense that lets them. So they say, well, what the heck? Let's do it one more time. Pick up good yards.
And it's going to run out the third quarter. 24-3. The Cleveland Browns through 3 will return to Cincinnati after this message and a word from your local station. Our hearts go out to the family of Billy Driver of NFL Films and the media group who passed away this week. He started at NFL Films back in 1984, providing years of memorable NFL Films moments. He succumbed to cancer, and our heartfelt sympathies to the Driver family, his wife Sherry and son Will. Start the fourth quarter here in Cincinnati. Jim Nance, Phil Simms, Tracy Wolfson, and Mike Carey. And the Browns up 21. Have a 3rd and 2 to go. They go with Tate. And he's bounced out short of the first by Vincent Ray.
Good job by Vincent Ray getting out there and stopping him, because he turned it up. If Ray is not there, he's going to get the first down. Now we talk about this Bengals defense. Let's don't forget, they're missing Vontez Burfict and Ray Maluga, 2 really big, very good run-stopping linebackers. So you take that, Geno Atkins not at 100%, now out of the game. That's a lot, but listen, that's part of the league. You got to be able to fill people in and still get it done.
And Leon Hall.
Leon Hall now to here. Yeah, that's arguably the best corner. Browns are missing a lot of people too, though, Jim.
Yes, they are, big time. 3 really Pro Bowl players on their offense. Mack out for the rest of the year, and as we mentioned, Cameron out for another game, and it's going to be a touchback. And of course, without Hawkins tonight, with Josh Gordon coming back here in a couple of weeks. Just a net of 34 with that ball bouncing into the end zone. As you see, Leah still watching on from the box up there with the family that includes also the Pecco family. And that's over the head of Jeremy Hill.
Well, wide open. Looked like the football slipped out of Andy Dalton's hand.
He's completing 28% of his passes tonight. 7 out of 25 for 55 yards. That's it. 2nd and 10. And that's Gresham for another 6.
Well, I think, and you look at it, Mike Pettin told us last night His defense really playing so much better because they understand it, understand now what they're doing. Of course, it's a new system, and Jim O'Neill, the defensive coordinator, does call the defenses. Mike Pettin says he doesn't have time to be a head coach and a defensive coordinator. Jim O'Neill's been with him for many years. He's done a fabulous job.
3rd and 4. Dalton on the run, Kruger chasing. Dalton diving for the first, and he's got it.
Right, he dove head first, so if he slid, you get those extra yards. But he made it anyway. Again, why does he move? The pressure wasn't that great, but I saw nobody open, and even once he moved, they stayed covered.
For the Bengals, a new set of downs. Spin move by Hill. How about this run? For 11. Jeremy Hill.
Well, he made a move or a run last week to win the game for him against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Game got close. He broke off a long run and put the game out of reach.
Did you see Jim O'Neill, defensive coordinator for the Browns?
You know, Mike Pettin says every once in a while on a 3rd down, he might make a call.
Here's Dalton to Sanu. And the best pass play of the night for the Bengals. Brings the football to the Cleveland 41. That one good for 18.
Yep, gets K'Wan Williams. Good job by Mohamed Sanu just working around. They talked about, the Cleveland Browns talked about what a difference they see in him this year compared to last year. A.J. Green was out. Mohamed Sanu carried the load.
Dalton throwing it away. Was he? He's trying to.
Yep, he was outside the pocket.
Yeah, was he? He was being pressured by Chris Kirksey.
Yep, Big Phil Taylor, 98, was back there also. Well, he's way outside the pocket. Got the football past the line of scrimmage. Good job by Andy Dalton.
Second and 10. And there's Green. A.J. Green finally flattened by Phil Taylor.
How about that? Phil Taylor at the line of scrimmage saw the throw, couldn't get in there, and chased it down.
And now Taylor hits the ground. He was struggling to try to get to the sideline. And the Bengals are moving the football for the first time really almost all night long. It's haunted.
Really?
Yeah. You might be saying that about Paul Brown Stadium, the way this Bengals offense has performed up to this point, but they're motoring a little bit on this drive.
Yeah, Jim, they got 3 timeouts, 11 minutes and 55 seconds. This game is not over.
No doubt 4-down territory for the team, down 21, 3rd and 3, and intercepted by Screen. Buster Screen has it. And he refuses to go down. Finally, Hill comes up from behind. Did the ball come out at the end of that? The Bengals think they may have recovered it.
Well, first off, the route was terrible.
Signal on the field. It's Cleveland football. Here is Screen being chased down by Hill. Might carry. Fumble or no fumble?
Knee is down, still complete control of the ball. Down by contact's the right call here. Tough ones to get.
So they rule it. Cleveland football at the 43. Here's West. He knows he's in trouble as they're in on him right away, including Nico Johnson.
Well, Jim, this sums up the whole night. When you talk about what they're doing, what's the outside route? just stops. He runs into the defender. Greg Little. Andy Dalton trying to anticipate. The timing's off. The play was wrong.
2nd and 12. And West able to get back the 2 yards he lost on the previous play, plus 3 more. Featuring in-depth analysis and coverage of every team every day, NFL Total Access, the only nightly news show dedicated to the NFL. NFL Total Access tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, live on NFL Network. Again, the Browns trying to put an end to this streak of misery. It goes back 17 consecutive division road games lost.
Come on, go.
3rd and 7. Hoyer. Look at the move by Austin to pick up the first down. He slipped right past Adam Jones and picked up the necessary yardage on 3rd down.
Well, we talked about this a lot tonight. Brian Hoyer is just playing the position so well. He wants to throw it deep down the field. It's covered, so he takes what the defense gives. And like all night long, Miles Austin, man, when he catches the football in 3rd down situations, he knows he's strong, physically got really good hands, and can break tackles and get those extra yards.
The man who spent his first 8 years with the Cowboys, their top receiver tonight for the Browns, 5 catches. There's West, no gain. Well, one guy who's been just watching all night long, Johnny Manziel. He's only been in on a handful of snaps this season.
Right.
And with the way the Browns are playing and winning with Brian Hoyer,
right,
Johnny Manziel, there's no reason for anybody right now to be trying to make a move to bring him up.
Well, Jim, you know, we didn't show him tonight. We haven't talked about him. Why? Because Brian Hoyer, the way he's played tonight, so Johnny Manziel's name doesn't come out. And for
here's 2nd and 10. And that is Tate down to the 26. As you take a look here at the Johnny football, if you will, I know you love nicknames. His timeline, the Heisman Trophy winner, picked 22nd. And fined for a gesture in a preseason game. And, well, our guys came up with Johnny benched here in Cincinnati. But what do you see as the future timeline for Manziel?
Hey, look, you know, great college numbers. What do I see? Don't worry about it. Just keep playing. And as long as Brian Hoyer's playing the way he is and gives you the best option, now you're getting deep in the season. And the aspirations of this Cleveland team are changing by the week.
Timeout call by the Bengals.
You know, I look at this and just think about the situation. Brian Hoyer coming off an injury. The Cleveland Browns draft Johnny Manziel. Think of all the circumstances that surround Brian Hoyer and how he's handled it. We asked him about it last night, and he says, man, I can handle the pressure. And that's not bragging. That's just a fact so far this year, what he has done.
Tonight's cable cam is being presented by Mazda. What's going to be a fascinating thing to watch with Hoyer's contract up at the end of the season. He has proven, he has shown America to tonight as they bring out Cunda for the field goal try that the Browns aren't going to make a commitment to him. Somebody's going to believe him somewhere else in this league.
Well, that's you know, Jim, there's so long to go. We got to let it play out. We don't have to rush things forward.
44 yards, Cunda. And look at the wind. Trying to hook, and all of a sudden it got slammed right of the upright. Only his 3rd miss of the year. Got 8 minutes to go here in Cincinnati as the Browns lead it 24-3, trying to win for the 5th time in 6 games and move into a tie for the division lead in the AFC North with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are already 6-3.
Boy, just Nothing.
Just look at the standings and how tightly bunched things are. Where Cincinnati had the tie with Carolina right here a couple of weeks back. 2nd and 10, and Dalton dumps it off to Hill. Got a flag thrown. Looks like this is coming back. By the way, Cleveland goes to 6-3, which certainly looks like nothing's going to bar that. They've already played the Pittsburgh twice. They split.
Ineligible downfield offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Here we go. Take a look.
Whoa.
There's some movement on that kick by Cundiff, and he missed by 12 inches.
Yeah, you look at that TV screen, that's exactly the way the wind was blowing, right to left. So it looks, I'm looking at the flags on top of the stadium, they're still straight out. But what a night for the Cleveland Browns. It's not over, still 7.5 minutes to go, but
here they come in on Dalton. Got time to throw, and Hayden almost had the interception, and then Green tried to juggle it for the catch on his back.
Boy, Joe Hayden is all over it. The route comes inside, and he beats A.J. Green there, undercuts it.
You got it, you got it. Pull it in. A.J. Green held to 3 catches so far tonight for only 23 yards.
What if Andy Dalton would have let him out front? It would have been an easy interception for Joe Hayden. Man, what a luxury. That's what you need. Corners like him and screen.
3rd and 15. Went all the way down the field. The battle for the football. It's screen along with Wright. And it's a Cleveland interception, it appears. You hear a lot of cheering. There's a pretty sizable Cleveland contingent here tonight, and they're the only ones, well, pretty much the only ones left. It's an interception for Screen, his 2nd of the game. Bound to see if they confirm the interception.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. 1st down.
3rd one of the night, thrown by Andy Dalton. 2 of them belonging to Buster Screen.
Yeah, he's got possession there. The key tonight, we said it earlier, just not a key, but one of the talking points, the defensive backs be violent at the reception point, and they have done that here tonight against the Cincinnati Bengal receivers.
1st down run, it's West with room. And he's got 7. Let's listen in to a mic'd up Paul Kruger.
You get some of that good luck right here. Hey, hell of a day, my man.
That's pretty cool. There's quite a few guys on the defensive side that had a heck of a day. Paul Kruger. He's going to want to be mic'd up every week.
No kidding. And this Cleveland Browns team is going to want a lot more opportunities to be showcased before the country. As West makes a nice cut, he's got a 1st down. But the ball is in the hands of Reggie Nelson. They rule him down. 6-yard run by West.
Well, look at Cleveland. They're not going to take a chance. They're going to get up there and try to go quick. Definitely down.
Gain of 6 and a 1st down. West. Nelson comes up, closes in on him. after a gain of 3 and a timeout called by Cincinnati.
Well, let's look at Travis Benjamin on one of these play-action passes inside. Catches it. How many yards does he run? 40-some, gains 22.
Timeout called by the Bengals. Just 5.5 to play here on a night that's belonged to the Browns. Always linked, of course, to Paul Brown, the founder, owner, and head coach of both franchises. Cleveland founded in 1946, the Bengals 1968. 2nd and 7 for the Browns. As West is twisted out down at the 39, another 3. Little throwback Thursday. There is Paul Brown. The legendary, iconic names in the building of this league. Of course, born in the state, played at Miami of Ohio, coached great high school and college teams in the state, and lived in Ohio his entire life. Late, great Paul Brown.
Love that look he had on the sidelines, wasn't it? That was pretty cool. Trench coat, the big hat.
You don't see him dress up like that anymore.
No, no.
I miss it. Tom Landry, you know, that whole look. George Hallis.
It was, you know. Hey, I remember my father about that same time. You go to church, every man had a hat on like that.
Coming out of a Bengals final timeout, 3rd and 4, and they swarm West behind the line, and they'll bring out Lanning to punt. Coming up, the Mazda postgame show. Rich Eisen and the guys are going to wrap up tonight's game, and we're going to hear some love heading in the direction of the Cleveland Browns. Now, I'm not out to single anyone out here, but you know, predictions are made, and I think a lot of people need to see it to believe it. Even leading into the game, everyone, and again, I'm not pointing fingers here, but everyone thought Cincinnati would win this game. In some cases by double digits. As the Browns were convinced this was their time to show everyone there's a new culture around that locker room in this team.
Well, they're a surprise, Jim. Let's look at some things that have caught my eye this year. My 5 biggest surprises. A lot of ways to look at it. Kyle Orton being the starting quarterback for a 5-3 team. The Browns moved them up the list. The Dallas Cowboys, I think a lot of us thought they might be the worst team in football. The 49ers expected them to be much better. And Arizona Cardinals picked to be 3rd by everybody in their division. And look what's happened, how they played.
Jason Campbell is in at quarterback. Of course, he was a Brown starter a year ago. Started 8 games for the Browns last year. And he fires that over to Greg Little. Speaking of former Browns, and Little has his first catch of the game. It goes for 8.
Well, you know, they take Andy Dalton out for a couple of reasons. One, you take him out because you want to protect him. And 2, the way it was going, it was not going to get better. Driving down the field wasn't going to get his confidence going.
That's going to be good for a first down. Dalton goes out, by the way, Phil, with the lowest completion percentage by a Bengals quarterback in a game since 2000.
Wow. Well, you know why that's surprising? Because as I've watched everything the Bengals have done this year, they have a lot of plays that give a quarterback a chance to get his confidence and get the offense going. And it didn't see him tonight. And when they did try him, they didn't work.
5-0.
There's Campbell. And that's knocked out of the hands a little. Hayden on Green. They have battled before, back to their college days at Florida and Georgia. And Hayden had quite a night.
Well, I think this is a story I've tried to talk about a little bit once. Mike Pettin learned defense. You know, he coached under Buddy Ryan, went to Buffalo, and the way they play in the style, it really, they need corners that can cover one-on-one outside. They have it here. It frees up the rest of the guys.
2nd and 10, and that was a dangerous throw to Sanu as Williams almost jumped it and would have had clear sailing.
I mean, I say that just because so many contested throws. Look at that by Williams. And the one thing they love about him doing, the Browns do not like to take a corner and take him from outside on 3rd downs or passing situations and bring him inside. So Williams doing that job allows those corners to stay out there and do what they do best.
3rd and 10 with 4 minutes to go. Campbell trying to go back to Kevin Brock, who had the 1st down catch a couple of plays ago. In and out of his hands.
Well, a lot of drop passes and a lot of hits on the quarterback tonight. Sheard, Paul Kruger, they all took turns. Phil Taylor.
Back deep is Leonard. I tell you, the Browns have had so many nail biters this year. They did have in the 2nd matchup against Pittsburgh. They blew out the Steelers, but a lot of the games coming down to the final seconds, and tonight being able to play with a comfortable lead here in the late stages, really the entire 2nd half. Again, the Boston post-game show is on the way as soon as this game concludes. Rich Eisen and the guys with all their thoughts and analysis on NFL Network.
You know, there's 2 ways to look at it. Thursday night, the Browns get a little mini break. But are they happy about that, or would they like to play again in a week to keep this thing rolling? Because, you know, it is. You stay in a routine.
Paul Kruger addressing, sharing the moment with again, a good turnout, a good crowd base. Brown supporters right behind him. As West takes it for a yard. Let's listen in on Kruger just a moment ago.
Hey, offsides defense. The ball was over the line first. Touchdown. It was a catch and a sack. The dog pound is alive and well.
That's what they want to hear.
That's it. We asked about the dog pound and all. A lot of the guys, Carlos Dansby says, oh man, he loves it.
They have what they're giving out on defense, those metal bones.
That's right.
For plays that they say play like a Brown, PLB, a reward system.
Well, after this game, I hope they have a lot of those metal bones because they're going to be giving them out.
By the way, that was Devin Still with that big tackle of West.
Number 75 gets double teamed, shakes it off, and gets right in there.
Told us he wanted to make a play with his little girl watching. And he hasn't seen a lot of action tonight, but a nice tackle right there by Devin Still. 3rd and 8. She's still here, taking it all in. As West nearly gets the 1st down, a yard shy. And again, Cincinnati out of timeouts, bring us to the 2-minute warning. That carry put West at 94 yards on the night, including a touchdown. 2 minutes to go until it's official. One of the biggest wins by the Browns in years. On a night when Leah Strong was warmly received and loved here at Paul Brown Stadium.
Dalton in trouble and going down, and it's another sack.
Where do you begin to talk about the stars of this game on the Cleveland side, Phil? Gonna stop all these
streaks,
unsavory streaks. Well, first off, the Cincinnati 14-game regular season home unbeaten streak is coming to an end, and Cleveland able to win a division game for the first time since 2008.
On the road.
On the road, that is. And that was down here in Cincinnati in 08. Lanning sends it down to Tate. And he's bumped out of bounds by Carter. Their 48-yard punt. Well, the Bengals have turned it over. 3 interceptions plus the fumble.
There's really not one phase of the game that you can say either way that the Bengals played well in or the Browns didn't dominate. 3 interceptions, my gosh, 7 penalties for 55 yards, and well, you could tell one team thought it was a playoff game and the other one business as usual.
Burkhead tackled behind the line by Robertson. We're going to update the standings now in the AFC North and show you that Pittsburgh and Cleveland now are both 6-3. The Steelers play at the Jets on Sunday afternoon. The Bengals 5-3-1. They'll have only 2 more home games the rest of the way. And Baltimore at 5-4. The only points tonight by the Bengals came after recovering a fumble on a punt return. Set up the field goal by Nugent, and there's another play as they're just teeing off now. Burkhead brought down. Kirksey, rookie out of Iowa, taken in the 3rd round.
Yep.
How about Mike Pettin and that pedigree coaching in that family? You know his dad's back in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, just loving what he's seeing. He, the owner of 4 state high school championships, legendary coach.
Well, the messages he gets from his dad this week will be positive, maybe. You know, when you're a coach and your son's coaching in the league, you have a tendency to look at things that you want to help him get better at. But
I tell you, it's a proud football city, Cleveland, and it's been long suffering for the fans there. It was 19 years ago today when Art Modell announced he was going to move the franchise to Baltimore, and since that time, in 1995, there have not been many occasions better than this one tonight in Cincinnati. They hold the Bengals to 165 total yards, just 65 in the second half. That's all the Cincinnati could manage. Brian Hoyer is now 9-3 as a starting quarterback for Cleveland. You can still know he's ready to go up there and embrace that beautiful little child. God bless her. Final score here: Cleveland 24 and Cincinnati 3. Coming up next, the Mazda post game show. For Phil and Tracy, Mike Carey, Jim Nance saying so long from Cincinnati.